Here we have the second video for section 2.2. We are ready now for example number 16. This group of problems say find the exact value of the expression, do not use the calculator. So number 16 is the tangent of 7 pi over 4 plus the tangent of 5 pi over 4. Okay, we need our drawing. 7 pi over 4. Well, that doesn't quite make it all the way around to 2 revolutions, so that's going to end up here. We have to find our reference angle. The reference angle, we just failed by pi over 4. We fell short by pi over 4, so the reference angle is pi over 4. When we remember all students take calculus, tangent is positive here and here. It's negative in quadrants 2 and 4. So we do know that this part of it will be negative. In particular, we need to find what's the tangent of pi over 4. Tangent of pi over 4 is 1. Plus, now 5 pi over 4. Well, 5 pi over 4, if we start here at the initial side and go halfway around, we've gone 4 pi over 4, and so we only have pi over 4 yet to go. So that gives us our reference angle, pi over 4. Our secant, all students take, so this is tangent, it's positive, and we've already determined that the tangent of pi over 4 is 1. Negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. This whole mess boils down to the simple 0. Number 17, the tangent of 150 degrees times the cosine of 210 degrees. Okay, the drawing we're going to use here goes like this. Okay, 150 degrees is over here somewhere. We go 150 degrees, which will leave 30 degrees before we get to the other side. So that's our reference angle. We need to find the tangent of that. Well, over in here in the second quadrant, tangent is negative, so we've got a negative. The tangent of 30 degrees is root 3 over 3. Times the cosine of 210 degrees. Well, 210 degrees would start here, go around there, there's 180, and then we have to go an additional 30 degrees. So the reference angle is 30 degrees. All students take. Well, the only things that are positive here are tangent and cotangent. Cosine is negative, so we're going to multiply by a negative, and the cosine of 30 degrees is the square root of 3 over 2. Well, negative times a negative is positive. Root 3 times root 3 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6, and 3/6 simplifies to the value of 1/2. Now, the next group does ask us to find the values using a calculator. The big thing you need to realize is that you need to make sure you're in the right mode. Are you talking degrees or are you talking radians? So number 18, we have the sine of 18 degrees. Making sure that you have the calculator in degree mode, then it's just a matter of punching in the sine of 18, making sure you close that parenthesis out, and it does ask us to round it to 2 decimal places, so that would be 0.31. Number 19 asks us to find the secant of pi over 8. Well, first thing we have to do is change the mode into radians, so make sure you do that. Then the secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so we're going to do 1 divided by the cosine of pi over 8, and we're actually going to put in the value of pi divided by 8 and close out that parenthesis, and we get 1.08. Number 20 is the cosine of 2. Now, is this since this does not have a degree, this is in radians. And so all we have to do, since we are already in radians, just say the cosine of 2, close the parentheses out, and it actually gives us the correct SIGINT. We don't need to worry about those things. Negative 0.42. 21 and 22, we have a point on a terminal side of an angle, and we need to find the exact value. Now, in this case, this is not on the unit circle, it's just on, we can make it on a circle. And so what we're going to do is we've got the point -3, -4, which puts our point down here about like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to create this right triangle here. Now, in order to do this, at -3, -4, this would have a distance of 3, this would have a distance of 4, and it's very easy to remember the 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triple. So we know the radius is 5, and that's very important because if it's not on the unit circle, then we need to use a slightly modified version of what was given previously, and we are asked what is the sine of theta in this case. Well, the modified version is y over r instead of just plain y. And so the y value here is -4. You do need to carry the SIGINTs along with it. So we've got -4 over r. Well, in this case, the r would be the radius of the circle, which would be, in this case, 5. Simplify if possible, but in this case, -4/5 is as simple as it will get. Number 22, we're going to do pretty much the exact same thing. The point is -2, -3. So we know this is 2, this is 3. Doing a quick calculation, we can determine what that length is by using the Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. 9 plus 4 equals c squared. C squared equals 13. So c would equal the square root of 13. So we are asked to find the cotangent of theta. Well, our new modified rules say that the cotangent of theta is the x value over the y value. The x value is, in this case, -2. The y value is -3. And simplifying by changing both of the negatives to positives, we get the answer 2/3. Now realize in this case the square root of 13 was totally irrelevant and wasn't necessary to calculate this in this problem, but it certainly did not hurt us as a review for that particular case. And the final example today is number 23. We are told the sine of theta is equal to 0.3. What we want to do is we want to find what is the sine of theta plus pi. Okay, just a little bit of quick thinking. If the sine of theta is 0.3, then we know it's either going to be in this quadrant here or in this quadrant here, because these are the only two quadrants where sine is positive. Now I'm just going to deal with this one for right now. If I would add pi to this, this ends up being over here in quadrant 3. And if I take this and add pi, in other words, go halfway around the circle, I'm going to get this one, which is the fourth quadrant. Now let's think about it. If this angle here, this reference angle, and this reference angle both give 0.3, then these reference angles will be the same. So we're going to have 0.3. The question is, what SIGINT is it going to be? Well, here in the quadrant 3 and in quadrant 4, sine is always negative. And so the answer is -0.3.